You have hundreds of saved recipes and you still have no idea what to make for dinner. That's not a coincidence, that's recipe overload. That's a problem. I call this the collection problem. Think about all those cookbooks that you have that are unopened or you've cycled through way too many times to count, spending countless hours, those Pinterest boards you're saving, Instagram bookmarks. Every one of those probably felt like progress as you're saving or bookmarking them, but it actually backtracks you and does the opposite. It's actually procrastination dressed up as planning. I know I've got a stack of cookbooks. I've even got the same cookbook from my culinary school. I never touch it anymore. Every once in a while I might break it out, but it's pretty much useless. The main concept here is that more equals less. Every new recipe is just something else to evaluate right before dinner time at that 5 p.m. crunch. There's some decision science behind this concept as well. Now, think about it this way. So there's a reason it feels extremely exhausting. More choices, it genuinely creates more choice paralysis. They call it analysis paralysis for a reason. Your problem's not more access to recipes, it's too many access, right? It's too much access. It's internet overload. Think about the moment you open the fridge and you already know what you're about to make versus you don't know. You're looking through ingredients, you're seeing what's on hand, seeing what hasn't spoiled yet. There's a definitive difference to how much better you feel when you understand what you're going to make ahead of time. That doesn't come from cycling through constant non-stop recipe books. And if you're not doing this so far, it doesn't mean you're failing at cooking, you're just failing at constraints, which is a big piece of this. Back when I cooked for a couple hundred sailors back in the Coast Guard, we had constraints that were built into place. Otherwise, we would have been losing our marbles, cooking for a couple hundred people for months at a time while out at sea. Now, we might have had 300 plus recipe binders, but we didn't use all 300 recipes in there. We had maybe 20 to 30 proven, reliable, executable at volume recipes that were our go-tos. We didn't even have an option to look up the internet while we're out at sea, miles and miles off the coast of Central America or the Arctic Circle, wherever we were deployed at the time. So that in itself gave us a built-in constraint. Basically, we had each other to riff off of, and we had these 20 to 30 proven recipes that we knew were fail-safes. That's not just a military system in place here, that's how high output systems work well. Now, if this is clicking so far, I did create a free 10-minute meal planning system you can grab down below. So the actual fix here, stop collecting recipes and start actually selecting. You should have a working list of 10 to 20 meals. I'd say 10 is the real sweet spot though, max. And really think through what makes one of these recipes worth making it on that working list. Is it easy to cook in under 30 minutes? Can you reference that recipe off the top of your head? Does your family love it? Or can you just make a big batch on Sunday and it lasts really well through the week or freezes really well? Whatever these different reasons are, go ahead and put that list together. The constraint here, they're not supposed to be your most impressive meals. They don't need to be very creative. They should actually be less creative. Less ingredients, less time in the kitchen. These are going to be your go-to meals for the weeks and weeks ahead. You're going to rotate these on repeat. Someone on YouTube just commented recently, they cook for their baby, you know, they meal prep, but their wife gets bored of rotating the same meal so often. This is a way to fix that. Have that recipe list of 10 working meals and cycle through those. So for instance, this particular person, I think they said they can cook like 2 different meals a week tops. That's fine, but make an extra serving or 2, pop a serving or 2 in the freezer. Once you start getting used to it, you'll be able to pop a few more in the freezer, label them, and then the ongoing weeks, that becomes your new menu. That's your freezer menu. Then you have your go-to menu during the week. And you can cycle these out in between meals. That'll shift up the rotation to make it more pleasurable to eat, right? But also more importantly, it takes that workload off when you're super busy. Say you're caring for a kid or something. You have no time to make lunch that day or dinner, breakfast, whatever it may be. Pop out that freezer meal and you're good to go. Because think about it this way, when a meal is already in rotation, you're not deciding anymore. All you're doing, you're executing, you're making that meal happen. Now, remember, the goal, it's not to cook everything. It's 110% not the goal. It's not to stand in the kitchen at 6 p.m. wondering what's for dinner. That is the worst case scenario. Instead, a small, defined list, 10 working recipes, will do that. A Pinterest board, it's not gonna do that. Endless cookbooks, that won't work either. So if you took away something from this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Watch this video next for more meal planning system tips.